You guys are asking the million-dollar question. With all these leaks pointing toward insanely complex new systems, like having to pump gas, manage your inventory in duffel bags, and watch what you eat, is GTA 6 risking the chaotic, arcade fun that made the franchise legendary just to become a hardcore crime simulator? Today, we are doing a massive, ultimate deep dive into the realism debate. We're looking at the confirmed engine upgrades, the leaked survival mechanics, the insane new car physics, the AI panopticon, and whether this unprecedented level of detail justifies the rumored $100 price tag. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's figure out if GTA 6 is going to be the greatest game ever made or the most exhausting. To understand where GTA 6 is going, we have to look at where Rockstar just came from, Red Dead Redemption 2. Released back in 2018, RDR2 is a masterpiece of world building, but its mechanics aggressively polarized the gaming community. Rockstar introduced what game designers call intentional friction. Remember skinning an animal? You had to watch that long, visceral animation every single time. Looting a cabinet meant holding a button and watching Arthur physically pick up a single can of beans. For some players, this was the pinnacle of immersion. For others, it was a nightmare. A lot of players in the community have openly called RDR2's realism tedious chore work disguised as realism, complaining that Arthur moved so slowly it felt like he was constantly wading through mud. People argued that Rockstar went so far down the realism rabbit hole that it was basically the equivalent of adding oil changes to a GTA game. And that right there is the core fear for GTA 6. The slow, methodical pace worked for a melancholic western about the dying frontier. But GTA is set in Vice City, a neon-drenched, high-octane modern sandbox. The GTA energy is all about speed, excess, and instant gratification. If you have to spend 20 minutes feeding Jason and making sure Lucia gets enough sleep before you can go rob a liquor store, does the momentum of the game just completely die? Let's look at what the leaks are actually saying. Welcome to what the community is calling the Sims concern. According to massive leaks from 2022 and detailed community document breakdowns, the days of pulling an RPG out of your back pocket are over. First up, the biological mechanics. The game will meticulously track physical states like hunger, stamina, and health. If your hunger bar depletes, you lose automatic health regeneration. If you try to just spam painkillers or medicine on an empty stomach, your character can literally get dizzy or suffer side effects. We're even hearing about dynamic sweat systems where characters will sweat based on physical exertion, which might even introduce a scent detection system for enemies or police dogs. And yes, the gym is back. Just like in San Andreas, your character can gain or lose weight based on their diet. But it's not just cosmetic anymore. If your character gets too skinny, it will actually lower your melee damage output, and being overweight could affect how you wield heavy weapons. But the biggest game changer is the eradication of the magic weapon wheel. Jason and Lucia reportedly use a shared inventory system. You are strictly limited to what you can carry on your person. If you want to bring an assault rifle to a bank heist, you have to physically carry it in a duffel bag or store it in the trunk of your personal vehicle. Oh, and if you leave your car parked 3 blocks away when a shootout starts, good luck, because you're stuck with a pistol. On one hand, this sounds like an absolute dream for tactical role players. Every shootout requires premeditation, but for the casual player who just wants to jump on and cause chaos, this turns a 5-minute rampage into a 30-minute planning session. Okay, so we know your character is grounded in reality, but what about the cars? Historically, GTA 5's driving was super forgiving. Cars flipped back over magically, you could steer in midair, and the center of mass was artificially low so you could take corners at 150 miles per hour. Say goodbye to that. Technical analysis of the Rage 9 engine shows that Rockstar is returning to heavy Newtonian physics. We're talking finely tuned body roll, where the car's weight shifts dynamically on corners, compressing the outer suspension. For the first time, tires will visibly flex and deform under load, meaning if you hit a curb at 100 miles per hour, you could literally blow a tire. The damage modeling is also next level. Leaks show cars with bent axles, independent suspension damage, and ruptured fluid reservoirs leaking oil and gas onto the street. And speaking of gas, yes, the rumors heavily point to a functioning fuel mechanic where you have to visit gas stations. Even stealing a car is getting a hardcore upgrade. You can't just smash a window and hotwire a modern Lamborghini in 2 seconds. The leaks suggest you'll need specific tools, like Slim Jims for older cars and an immobilizer bypass device for luxury vehicles. And there's a chance you can completely fail the hijacking, leaving you exposed. The debate here is intense. Car enthusiasts are incredibly hyped for this because it raises the skill ceiling. But others are terrified. Will regular driving just become too difficult? Will the classic GTA high-speed police chase become a frustrating mess of blown tires and empty gas tanks? Now, let's talk about the world reacting to you. GTA 6 is introducing an incredibly dense, intelligent NPC ecosystem. We're talking over 10,000 active NPCs managed by advanced AI, reacting dynamically to traffic, weather, and your crimes. But it's the new social media and surveillance economy that changes everything. In GTA 5, if you shot someone in the desert, a cop magically spawned over a hill. In GTA 6, if you commit a loud crime in public, NPCs won't just run. They will pull out their phones, record you, and upload it to the in-game viral network. If your crime goes viral, the police response is faster, and your reputation takes a massive hit. You can literally create economic dead zones. If you rob stores in the same neighborhood too often, those stores might shut down permanently or hire heavy private security. The wanted system is also getting terrifyingly realistic. Law enforcement will use CCTV networks to track your specific outfits and vehicles. As you can see, you can't just outrun a flashing circle on your minimap anymore. If the cops know you're wearing a red jacket and driving a stolen black Porsche, you have to break line of sight, ditch the car, and physically change your clothes to evade the AI. It's a literal game of cat and mouse, merging storytelling, satire, and hardcore stealth mechanics into one system. All of this realism, the crazy AI, the sweat tracking, the tire deformation, comes with an incredibly heavy technical price tag. Let's look at the ocean. Rumors suggest Rockstar spent anywhere from $200 to $300 million just on the water physics alone. They have a dedicated team of 20 engineers doing real-time fluid simulation. This engine calculates how water physically wraps around boat hulls, how light refracts on the seafloor, and can even simulate full-blown dynamic hurricanes. But at what cost? Digital Foundry experts have analyzed the trailer footage and concluded that GTA 6 will almost certainly be locked at 30 frames per second on the base PS5 and Xbox Series X. Because the game is so dense with thousands of NPC routines and physics calculations, it is fundamentally CPU limited. You can't just lower the graphics to get 60 FPS. The console's brains are maxed out just keeping the simulated world alive. For a lot of gamers, playing a fast-paced shooter/driving game at 30 frames per second in 2025 is a massive step backwards. The sluggish input delay from RDR2 could feel even worse in a modern city environment. Are we sacrificing buttery smooth gameplay so that an NPC 3 blocks away can have a realistic schedule? And this brings us to the most controversial part of the realism debate: the price. GTA 6 is estimated to be the most expensive entertainment product in human history, with a budget approaching $2 billion. Because of this unprecedented depth, industry analysts like Michael Pachter from Wedbush Securities are predicting that Rockstar might break the industry standard and charge $100 for the base game. Now, Media Research recently put out a study saying that $70 is the optimum price, and a $100 tag would actually deter buyers and leave money on the table. However, some analysts believe Rockstar might soften the blow of a $100 price tag by bundling the game with a massive amount of premium currency for the new GTA Online. Take-Two's CEO, Strauss Zelnick, has consistently said their goal is to deliver more value than what they charge. But the community sentiment is fierce. Players are basically saying, if you spent $200 million on water physics and hair growth that I didn't ask for, and now my game feels like a tedious work simulator, I am absolutely not paying $100 for it. The expectation is that if we are paying a premium, the realism better directly translate into fun. So, how does Rockstar balance this? How do they please the hardcore simulation fans and the casual arcade players? A lot of the community is begging for realism settings, or toggles. Imagine having an arcade mode where you have the magic weapon wheel and no gas tanks, and a grounded mode where every hardcore survival mechanic is turned on. It sounds great, but from a game development standpoint, having two completely different physics and AI economies in one game is a nightmare to code. The real answer? 5M and roleplay. Rockstar recently officially acquired the team behind 5M. It is incredibly likely that the base game of GTA 6 is being built from the ground up to natively support hardcore roleplay servers. Rockstar is giving the RP community the ultimate realistic sandbox, complete with gas stations, limited inventories, and enterable hospitals, while likely tuning the main story mode to be just forgiving enough for the average gamer to enjoy. At the end of the day, Rockstar proved with Red Dead 2 that they can make a living, breathing, weighty world. If they pull off this balancing act, GTA 6 will redefine gaming forever. If they don't, it might end up feeling like the most beautiful, expensive chore you've ever played. But I want to pass the question off to you guys, the GameSite community. Are you excited for gas mechanics, duffel bags, and realistic physics? Or do you just want the chaotic, arcade-style fun of GTA 5 back? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for all things GTA 6, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!